Hey, good evening. Having a heat wave here. It's running into 40s. Kind of nice. Which is why I'm out in the shop after having COVID. Cold air really bothers me. Okay, so what driver should I buy from Habor Freight? Now, I didn't include the Hercules in this because I didn't buy it. I think that it's not intended for people like me, which is a casual user. You use it day in and day out, all day, every day, then yeah, it's worth the price. But to me, I might work in the shop a couple times a week and pretty much all weekend. Not enough to pay the price for that one. So the first one I bought was the Drill Masters. They had NiCad batteries, and over time they do degrade. I had this for like 5 years before I noticed any problem with the NiCads, and I eventually replaced the NiCads with nickel metal. And I built a charger for the lithium. I've got to adapt that into the case. Lithium batteries are a little different. NiCads are a special case. They have to be managed every day. Every time you use them, they have to be ran completely dead, or they'll get a memory. You can't overcharge them. You can't leave them on a charger. You put them on, as soon as they're charged, you take them off. If you don't do that, it ruins the battery. So NiCads are going away now that lithium is. So then I got the 18 volt. And I broke this one. Cracked right there. The battery isn't cracked. This is. And still usable. If I drop it, of course, it's going to come off easier. I've never had it come off while I'm using it. And because of that break, this drill will fit on this battery, but the broken drill won't fit on this battery. So I haven't really looked into why, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure I care. I just made them up. Okay, so how do you charge the 18 volts? They label these, and when I got this, I thought, why did they label them? Well, because the 12 and the 18 are different. The 18 volt, you can charge the battery while it's on the drill. That was kind of convenient. This is one of the best drills I've ever had. I really, really like it. Then I went and got the Habor. That Habor to me is a little heavy. I got the 1.5 amp hour and I got the 3 amp hour. I did not buy the 5 amp hour. I've got these 3 batteries. I can switch them out enough that I avoided buying that. So the Habor is in a class all by itself. It will run, I think this will run forever, and it's got the one-handed chuck, really nice. This is more for the everyday user. I'm not an everyday user, so it's right on the edge of what I would want, but it was only like $60 with a charger and battery. Yeah, I really like that. That was a good price for such a nice drill. It isn't intended for the casual user. It's intended more for the person on a job site. And I think it would hold up. Then they came out with the 12 volt. And I thought, I want those. So I went and bought a couple of them. Notice I have 2 of these, so I bought 2 of these sets. And I really like this. I keep these in the house, and these are for the really casual user. I don't think I'd go using them in the shop for an extended period, and I most certainly wouldn't take them to a job site. For around the house, hey, they're great. I leave it in the house pretty much all the time. And this is the 12 volt. You have to take the battery off to charge, and it goes in the top. A little non-standard, and quite a bit smaller. So I get 2 of them. I'm never without a drill. I've got both of these available. If I run one dead, then the other's available. And this is kind of small. I had somebody make a comment that he wouldn't have put it in a child's toy box. Well, it's most certainly not a toy, but for the He-Man out there, Habor Freight came out with a special model, weighs 100 pounds, twice the size of this, and has the same performance. But you'll make you feel like a He-Man. This charger is... Take the battery off, put it in, and it's got lights to show you what part of the charge process it's in. Kind of like it, and you can leave these on. I typically don't leave the batteries on the charger once they're charged, but you can. Now, why lithium is different than NiCad is you have to have a charger that senses the voltage. That's the first thing. The second off, you need a balancer so that you don't overcharge individual cells. It runs through a balancer and it detects when one is fully charged. It'll turn off just the one. The NiCad just has one charger and that's it. And that's probably one of the reasons it has problems. But the lithium requires a balanced charger. And the lithium battery drill will run at full power right up till the battery's dead. NiCads will drop off. As they lose their charge, they'll drop off in terms of power. This will give you full power right up till it goes dead. Then you let off the trigger, you wait about 15 seconds, and you can run for a few seconds more. And you can keep doing that till the battery is completely dead. But it will shut itself off when it gets to a certain point. So this one I've had for 3 or 4 years. I just bought the 18, and I bought these last summer. So I bought these like 5 years ago, and I really like these. I use the hell out of them. This one has almost as much torque and is a little lighter. This one is just, I don't like it because it's too heavy. I don't use it that much. Only when I need that extra torque do I use it. So I'm glad I bought it because I need it, but I don't need that extra. This was $24 for each of these, and these were $14.99 each. These, when I bought them, were back 5 years ago, were like $16.99. I noticed when they discontinued those, they were still $16.99. So which one should you buy? I just went over all the features. What's the best one? Well, NiCad's automatically out. I don't even know if you could buy a NiCad drill anymore. So we've got Super Drill here. Has great power, great battery, a little bit heavy, has the nice one-handed chuck. So here we got the 18 volt. It uses 18 volts where the Bauer runs 20. That's not a big difference. This one is my favorite. I use it in the shop all the time. It's always available. Don't have to worry about is it charged. If it runs dead, I've got a second one. But most of the time I keep them both in the shop and use this one for a drill and this one for a driver, or this one for a driver and this one for a countersink, something like that. This is not mainstream in the shop. Well, you can use it in the shop, but to me the 12 volts is a little more limited. The power's a little more limited. They're nice drills, but I really like the 18 volt. Seems like they work for me the best. Now these are a lot lighter, but I recommend the 18 volt for the casual user. You work around the house in the evenings, the weekends, that's about it. Not for the job site user. This one you could take to a job site and do just fine. Value, this was only $10 more than this one. Hey, this one's double the price of this one. This one is an antique. I use them till they go dead and they last a long time. So to me, this is the best deal. The best price, the best usability, and it has almost as much torque as this one. So you can really do a lot of work with that one. Okay, so you're looking for a drill, job site, shop, house. So if you like the videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.